Here we are with this picture. There's the layer there. I'm in layers now, and we will start by looking at what we can do with this picture. So, uh, yeah. So I wonder about making the inside a little bit lighter, but I don't know if the quality is going to be good enough to do that. But I would like to have a go at it. So we'll see. First, I'm just gonna try, and I'm gonna make it um, a little bit lighter there. See what happens. Yeah, okay, I've got a little bit of stuff going on there, like a little bit of green distortion in there. But it's all right. I think that yeah, that looks quite nice. That quite like that. Uh, Compare it to the old one. There, it's better. Um, I wished I could have brought it out a bit more, but I'm a bit worried about the noise that I'm gonna get if I do that. I'm gonna just burn it a little bit. So there's these two tools that dodge and burn tool. I'm using the wrong one. Just bring that down in size a bit. I'm using a really soft edged brush. You can control the hardness of your dodge and burn, and I'm using quite a soft version of it too. Well, let's have a look when I do that if there's any noise in that. I think there is. I can already see it. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a shame. So we'll dump that. I don't quite know how much we can get away with here. I'm just going to change the color balance a little bit as well, so that we get this looking a little redder. Well, how red can we go? Well, that's nice, isn't it? But it looks a bit fake. So I'm just looking right in the middle at the glass right now. That looks too fake. That looks kind of nice right there. We'll have a look at that. Plus, yeah, that looks good. All right. So yeah, that looks a little better. I'm just gonna try one more time now to see if I can get away with lightening it anymore. Tiny bit, because I want to get as much as I can out of that. And I'm gonna go to image adjustments, vibrance, and vibrance just gives a bit more snap to the picture sometimes, but I don't know. It might be too dark to make any difference to that red. I really wanted to bring that red out a lot. So there's that. I'm going to go to color balance again now. And I'm going to have a look. Yeah, if I go too much, I really mess up with that red stuff there. So I'm going to do something fairly complicated here. Really, I'm going to do three edits. First, I'm going to try and edit the glass and change the color of the glass a little bit. So I'm going to give that a bit more red in the glass like that. And then I'm gonna go back because I don't like what that's doing to the actual, the red fluid that's going into the water. So I'm gonna delete part of that picture there. I'll just turn it all off so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna delete this part with the eraser tool, so I don't get that all that noise that comes when I do that. And then if I turn that on underneath, I get the red glass without the change of the thing, and I do quite like the way this looks when it's red like this. I compared to this, for example, I do quite like it, but it's lacking some of the contrast and dark that's happening there. So, but I do quite like that red. So I'm gonna keep some of that contrast. Now I'm going to merge those layers first, so I got them all in one. And then the next thing I don't like about this picture is this hard edge right around here. So I'm going to use the dodge tool, this one. I'm going to make it, fairly big, about that big. I've got it on 21%, so it doesn't do too much damage. And then I'm going to just lighten this area in the background a little bit and lighten this area here just to soften that edge. You can see the difference when we go there. There's like this big hard edge there, and now it's softer because I've lightened this area of the background. And then I'm going to, there's the same thing here, so I'm going to kind of soften that bit of background there so that the highlight isn't quite so hard, isn't quite such a it's a softer, gentler move like that. And then I'm gonna have a look at if I prefer that, which I do. It's much nicer. I still want it to be darker at the top, because if you go back to the original, it seemed much darker. The green was darker, right? So now I'm gonna make a new copy in case I wreck it again, and I'm gonna dodge this burn this time rather. I'm gonna take it down quite low, and I'm gonna make it quite big, or bigger anyway. No, that's too big. There, so it won't make too much difference. And I made another copy so we can see it there. It's the same, and I'm just gonna darken that once. Oh, didn't like that too much, but I want this corner darkened, so there's one click. There's a click there, quite like that. I'm going to darken down here just to emphasize this lovely thing, shadow that's going on here, like that. There, look at that, I quite like that. So yeah, let's look at the difference between that and that. It definitely looks better. I feel like it could use a little bit more shadow down below on the right hand side. So I'm gonna just do that a little bit and have a look at that again. Yeah, that's better. Like that a lot. I want a little bit of dark in the middle here, so we'll put that there. I'm going to bring this down even further, and I'm going to come down a little bit with that darkness there, and then compare it again to that one, and I definitely like that better. So compare it to the original, and I really like the red in it now. Oh yeah, I like it. So yeah, that's probably where I would go with that. I think that's probably what I would do. I don't know there's very much more I would do to that. I think I'm probably happy with that. And so yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.